2025 is upon us, and this is the time to set your plan for next year. Lindsay and I are going to talk about planning your best year ever. And at the end, I'll let you in on a little secret where you can get some free training on this topic that is coming up next week. So stay tuned in. Now, please like, share, and comment, as we would greatly appreciate it, as it does help our little channel grow. So on that topic, Lindsay, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you, Joe?
I'm pretty good. I'm really excited about this topic because this is something we've done for so long. It's helped us along the way and our business partners grow.
Yeah. I love to look back at years past as well and kind of just see how far we've come.
Yeah, it is fun.
Yeah.
It is fun. So we're talking about planning your best year ever.
Yes. Diving right into it, I think, with our next year right around the corner.
Right around the corner.
Everybody starts talking about goals and goal setting. So what is the first step to effectively plan your best year ever?
Well, you said it. The first thing you got to do is, what do you want to achieve next year? You got to set your ultimate goal. Mm-hmm. For many people, it's income. It might be production. It might be something as simple as more time with the family. But whatever it is, you got to pick something to achieve next year, right? So the first step, number one in planning your best year ever is, what do you want to achieve? What's your goal for 2025? Yeah. And some people might be watching this in 2025, and that's okay. Maybe they didn't get this in December.
Got to start somewhere.
But it doesn't matter when you start, just get it done, right? Yeah. So number one step is definitely setting your goals for the year.
Awesome. Well, you talk a little bit about SMART goals too. What framework should you use to ensure that your goals are actionable and realistic?
Well, SMART. Okay, you said it in the question there. So you kind of led me a little bit, but SMART stands for specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. Mm-hmm. So specific. Is the goal specific? If you said, I want to do more business next year, not specific. Right?
A little bit more specific.
A little bit more specific. If you say, I want to produce X amount of widgets, or I want to sell X amount of houses or do X amount of mortgages, that's specific. I want to do $20 million in real estate production in 2025. That's specific, right? $20 million.
Right.
Is specific. Is it measurable? Can you measure that?
Right. So avoiding things like bigger or more or better.
How do you know? You got to, at the end of the year, can you tell if you hit your target or not?
Right.
And if you can't tell that you hit your target, it wasn't a very good goal. So specific, $20 million in real estate production. Measurable, the $20 million is measurable, right? Mm-hmm. The attainable, well, if you did 0 this year and want to go to 20 million, that might not be attainable. Maybe it is. Maybe you have some kind of lead gen that I'm not aware of, but there's plenty of people that have gone fast, but is it really attainable?
Right.
And, if you said $1 billion in real estate production, that's maybe not attainable for you.
Not so realistic.
And realistic, right? Then it's like, can I really achieve that? And timely, what's the time period? Well, next year. So make sure it's specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely.
Love that. When it comes to marketing, what 2 key components should you define when building a marketing strategy?
Well, that's a great question. I think about the T's, the 2 T's, the target, like who are you going after? What's a bullseye look like? We talk a lot about this in something I'm going to tell you about later, a class that we have.
Okay.
But what is your target? What's a bullseye look like? If you're, obviously if you're playing cricket, darts, right? Mm-hmm. And you might be going for the bullseye, but if you don't hit a bullseye, you might hit something else. So
that's still good.
It's still okay. Triple 20s, right? You need to, but
I'll take it.
You'll take it. But on the bullseye, it's like, what is your ideal customer? And that's who you go after. It doesn't mean you don't do business with some of the other people you get while trying to achieve your bullseye. Mm-hmm. But who would you like to work with all day, every day? Yeah. And then you spend your time going after that target. Now, you got to be careful in real estate because there are rules and laws that surround this. And make sure you're paying attention to those and you're not, excluding groups and things like that.
Sure.
But what was your ideal personality that you like to work with, that you work well with? Now, the other T is tactics. What are the things you're going to do to attract clients? Mm-hmm. So your marketing plan has to have somewhat of a bullseye. Maybe it's a personality bullseye. For us, Brevard County is a big place. Mm-hmm. There's lots of opportunity there. And then the tactics are, what are the things I'm going to do every day to achieve my goals?
Yeah.
That's the important part of marketing.
Awesome. Well, that talks a little bit about your performance. So I kind of wanted to lean into that. What techniques can you use to help manage your time effectively and ensure that no key tasks are missed?
Well, there's a lot to that question. A lot of people say this tactic isn't relevant and it doesn't work for them. And that's because they're not doing it right. And I'm talking about time blocking. Mm-hmm. Time blocking is a tactic that will allow you to block off certain time to do one activity and that activity. The reason why it doesn't work is people aren't disciplined when time blocking.
Very true.
They make outgoing calls, but they get distracted with emails and incoming calls or texts or things that aren't part of the time block.
They have the best of intentions.
Best of intentions. And then they get sidetracked because they get busy with a fire. That's not really a fire. It can wait, but they make it busy and make it important. But number one, time blocking is one of those tactics that I think that really does help people. But, the other tactic that you want to do is to track your performance.
Yeah.
You said you're going to do these things. Well, now track it. Track it. Did you do it every day? Did you do it every third day? Whatever frequency are you doing that? You got to track your progress along the way. Time block and tracking are two tools that will help you. Now, does tracking really help you do more or do better? Well, again, define what those are.
Yeah.
Does it help you hit your goals? If you say, I'm going to do 5 of these things a day, did you do 5? Did you do 10? Did you do 3? Did you quit when you got to 3 when you really should have done 5?
Yeah.
You need to track your performance, understand your numbers. That's what's going to lead you to success.
Yeah. And it holds you accountable.
It does. And accountability is important.
Definitely. So next to accountability, I also like to talk about motivation because that's something that people struggle with.
It is.
So what should you do to maintain motivation?
Well, it's funny. In our morning meeting this morning, we talked about something trumping motivation. Do you remember what that was? I know I put you on the spot. Okay.
It's talent, right? Like innate talent?
No.
I just remember a good video with John Daly in it. And then I got sidetracked.
Discipline.
Discipline, that's right.
Discipline trumps motivation.
Yeah.
And if you wake up in the morning and say, oh man, I need to get motivated to do my job.
Yeah.
Who cares about motivation? It's discipline to say, I'm going to get up and do my job and time because I'm committed to my goal. The goal is something, it shouldn't be some crazy, as we call BHAG, a big, hairy, audacious goal. It should be what you're going to achieve. I'm going to achieve $20 million in real estate this year.
Yeah.
This is how I'm going to track my progress. These are the things I'm going to do, the tactics I'm going to do every single day. I'm going to track my progress, and I'm committed to that number. I don't need to be motivated because I'm committed.
Yeah.
I'm going to get this I'm going to do these things at all costs as long as they're moral, ethical, and legal.
Yeah.
And within the culture and the core values of the company I work for. But that's what I'm going after. Does it help to listen to podcasts and motivational tapes?
Sure, yeah.
But if you have the conviction, the discipline, and the commitment, you will hit your goals. And if you talk about it every day and think about what I did right and what I did wrong, journal about it, talk about it, think about it when you're in the car, in the shower, you will achieve your goals.
Yeah. Well, that in itself got me motivated. So that's pretty cool.
Good.
So speaking of that, where and when can you attend a class designed around these strategies?
Well, you led me on that one.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. But look, I told you at the beginning, I'm going to let you know a little secret.
Yeah.
Okay. That little secret is that, we do a lot of education here at Morgan Financial. And next week in, December 10th?
December 10th, Tuesday,
December 10th, we have a live class at the Morgan Financial headquarters in Melbourne, Florida at what time?
11 o'clock.
11 a.m.,
Yes.
December 10th,
Yes.
live class. If you're in the area, if you're anywhere in Florida or anywhere in the world, you want to come join us, there's some will we put a link down below?
Yeah, we'll put a link down below.
Put a link down below to the
Registration.
Registration. And you can register. Space is limited, so register now. And we hope to see you. If you didn't already please like this video. If you found any content that was at all useful, we expand upon all this stuff in our presentation, our KaiBot, Keeping Your Business on Track presentation typically for real estate agents. And
who couldn't use planning their best year in general?
It works for a lot of things. If you're a mortgage person, I don't even care if you're a competitor. Come down and join us. I'd love to hear from you. But that's it. So we'd love to see you there. Hope you got some value out of this. Like, share, subscribe, comment, do all the things the kids say to do, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, Lindsay.
Thank you.